Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. This is my second booktube video. It should be better than the first one, hopefully. So on this channel I was thinking about what I wanted to do different, or perhaps the same as other people. And I was watching Curtis Books and Films, and he was talking about how he prefers channels where people talk about themselves and who they are, what type of people they are, what they get up to, rather than solely talking about books or just talking about whatever they're reading at the time. So I thought I'd start off with what I've been up to today. So I'm in a different location actually. The first video I was back home at Dad's house, but today I had to travel home back to uni because I've got some group projects to get on with, which I should be doing right now. So I had to take a bus and a train and another bus. It takes about 3 hours to get home, but that's because I have to travel to the train station near my house. It's such a pain, but thought I'd throw in a little recommendation from Greggs if anyone's from the UK. Try the Greggs lightly sugared donuts. You won't regret it, they're so good. Unfortunately I don't think the USA has Greggs. It's like a bakery, sells all kinds of terribly unhealthy foods. And then I went to volleyball at uni. I play for the uni volleyball team where I am. So I ran there, it's just under a mile there. I ran there a couple of hours playing volleyball and then ran back. And that's not normal for me. I've had a very inactive holiday break for five weeks, so I've become a bit of a vegetable. I should be doing uni work right now, but I thought I'd make a new booktube video. And I made one yesterday, but I felt like it was a bit awkward, so I thought I'd give it another go. While I was travelling home, I've been reading The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, and I'm about halfway through. So I'm about 600, not 600, it's not 1200 pages long, about 450 pages in, and it's brilliant. Really, I don't know how he's crafted it so well, but I feel like I'm spoiling myself reading books this good, because although a lot of fantasy books can't really compare to Pat Rothfuss' Kingkiller Chronicles, but I love it so far. The writing is gorgeous. Sometimes I had to stop and be like, I sat there, shake my head and let back. A lot of people think Kvothe, the main character, speaking of Kvothe, what kind of, that name, is it Kvothe, Kvothe? Probably not that last one actually. A lot of people think he's good at everything in the book and he's a bit pompous, and I don't think that's the case. I think he's a quick learner, and he's definitely talented, and he picks things up quick. But I think he's terrible. A lot of things he's terrible. He makes all kinds of mistakes, and that's, for me, what makes the book is him digging holes, getting really deep into the hole, and then sort of looking up and trying to figure out his way out, and that seems to be what he's really good at, and that sort of drives the book forward. But he has an awkward name. He's probably got the only awkward name in the book. Everyone else, Denner, Willem, Simmons, Eladin, they've all got easily pronounceable names, but Kvothe. A K and a V should never follow or be next to each other in a word, as far as I'm concerned, unless they absolutely have to be. But yeah, I was reading that on my phone on the train. Like I said, I read a lot on my phone, especially when I'm travelling. I had a couple of books that I ordered back to my parents' house, or my dad's house, that I wanted to bring back and add to my small pile of books that I have at uni, which is just behind me over there, underneath my Jimi Hendrix poster, which I'm quite proud of. So there's another fact about me: I also play guitar, so I have quite a range of interests. I played volleyball. I've always played a lot of sport. I find reading books really develops my mind really well and gets me thinking. Increases my emotional intelligence, it helps me understand how other people see the world, because not everyone sees the world the same as you, which is a good thing to remember when when you're interacting with other people, especially on social media and YouTube. It's always a good idea to think or remember that other people see the world differently from you. And now I can't remember where I was. I can't even remember what I've gone on a rant. I've gone on a ramble. Speaking of rants, Steve Donahue's rants. Glorious. Love Steve Donahue's rants. I've been watching him for a few weeks. I think he's one of my favourites. It's such a natural at it, especially the rants. Holy moly. Yeah, so I like reading because I think it develops your mind really well. But then I also think if you just stay at home all the time, especially when you're a bit younger, if you just stay at home, read books all the time, if you don't leave the house, especially, well, perhaps I speak for myself, but I find that if I stay in the house on my bed over there, where I read a lot of the time, I don't feel good. I could do it for maybe a day. If I do that the next day, I often wake up just feeling a bit groggy. I feel like I need to get out of the house and run around, and not just randomly, but just get out there. And I was walking back from uni today from playing volleyball, and I was thinking about what I'm gonna talk about in the video today, and I found that it was so much easier to think about creative things like that as I was walking, and then once I got off campus, I started to run home. I always prefer jogging home than walking. I'm not a fan of walking. A lot of time I cycle, but my bike needs repairing, so I have to walk or run, and I would rather jog or run. Yeah, I think having a good balance of reading, being relaxed in your bed, treating yourself to a bit of you time is good, but I also think, for me anyway, getting out there, even if I play in, obviously volleyball is an indoor sport, but even just walking there, it's really cold at the minute in the UK. I'm from the north of the UK. If you're American, then you would consider where I live the north of the UK, but if you're from the UK, you would consider it right in the middle. But I'm actually the first. I haven't come across any guys my age, or maybe girls. I don't think I've come across any girls that sound like they're from around where I live. I think if they were from in this area of England, then I'd be able to pick up their accent, but maybe I just haven't dug enough on YouTube. Anyway, I just thought I'd check in on the 6-minute mark. I didn't want to make too long of a video. I think if I've made long videos, then I'll just discourage people from consistently watching. I know a lot of people aren't like me at uni. They're adults, got children and all sorts of responsibilities, which is good. I think you should have responsibilities, but I have a bit more time, so I can watch Steve Donahue's rants for a couple of hours and enjoy it. But I think a lot of people would be more comfortable with a 6-minute video. Considering I'm a new channel, you don't want to be watching 10-minute videos of a new booktube channel, because there's a lot of them. I know you'd probably be rather spending your time on much more important things or entertaining things. That'll be it for today. Thanks for checking in.